Hey folks, I hope you're having an absolutely awesome day. I know I am. It's 57 degrees right here in Alabama. So I'm sitting out on my front porch, enjoying the sunshine, soaking in my vitamin D as I like to do on a regular basis. Helps to keep me healthy and strong and positive. And anyway, I'm glad to be out here. I just want to pause for a moment or two, give you a quick update on the channel, what's going on with it, some of the changes, some of the new things that are coming your way, as well as give you a little bit of an update on my personal health. I've been dealing with a few issues. I hadn't really talked about an awful lot. I thought I'd share a little bit of that with you because several of you have been asking. But anyway, as far as the channel goes, things are not going to be changing anytime soon. Going to continue to provide, hopefully, what I consider to be good content that helps to advocate, educate, and motivate you as a transplant patient. Now, typically, like they always have, those videos will be coming out either on Tuesday and or Thursday, generally around 4 p.m. Central Time. That's what I try to do, at least. Not always on time with that, but generally Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. And I hope that that content is something that you'll be able to really get a lot from. I know I get a lot of encouraging emails, messages, texts, even some phone calls from people who say that it's really helping. So hopefully it'll continue to do that. And I just want to strive to get better and better and make better and better content. Whether or not I'm able to accomplish that I don't know, but I'm at least trying. In addition to that, if you have already seen my brand new series entitled My Story, My Words, thank you for watching that. Several of you have reached out and said that that series has been perfect for you. If you're not understanding what that's all about, it's generally people obviously telling their story in their own words, people sharing stories of transplant. I know for me personally, it has not only been enlightening, it's been encouraging, it's been motivating. It's been a lot rolled into one, and I've certainly enjoyed those interviews, being able to talk with several of you already. I think we've got about 8 or so weeks of that done so far, but I've been enjoying sharing your stories and hearing your stories. It's been really good to understand not only the similarities between our stories, but the differences, and how this whole journey is all about. It's about new things. It's about opportunity. It's about change. It's about life and how important that is. I hope that series as well is helping to promote organ donation, because I'm really, it's at least my dream that people will be seeing these and saying, okay, organ donation does impact people. It does change people and give them those opportunities and such. So I hope that at least part of what this is doing, not just encouraging us, but encouraging others to be willing to give the wonderful gift of life. Let me add to that something that's kind of new, and that is within the next week or so, probably, not exactly sure, a week and a half, all of those episodes will not only be available here on YouTube, kind of in that audio video format, but also over on your favorite podcast grabber, whatever that is, where you're at Apple, Google, Amazon, Stitcher, you name the podcast app. In the very near future, you'll be able to search for My Story, My Words, and you'll be able to find that. And it'll be available on every podcast platform that you would enjoy, and I hope you'll be looking for that. I'm excited about that because I know a lot of us, when you get into that 30-40 minute mark, which is what most of these have kind of been, you don't really have time to sit down and watch, but you'd be happy to listen. Maybe when you're exercising, when you're working, when you're driving. I just think it'll be a lot handier, if that's a real word, that'll help us all. And I know I'll be listening in that way, kind of, enjoying them myself. So hope that you'll take that opportunity. Again, My Story, My Words, not just here on YouTube, but also on every podcast platform you can imagine within about a week and a half, probably. That's what we're expecting with that. Now, as far as my health goes, I've actually been doing pretty well. I've had a few bumps in the roads lately. A lot of it's come down to, you probably remember I had COVID, dealt with that for 5, maybe 6 days. I put up a series of videos about that if you didn't hear that story, but I kind of feel like I'm fine from that. Something I did not tell, however, is about 3 to 4 weeks after I had COVID, I went in to try to have some testing done. They did a routine COVID test and found another positive result. So they claimed, turned out it wasn't actually positive. It was just abnormal. Nonetheless, it prevented me from having the testing that I was kind of needing at the time. I've been dealing with some shortness of breath, some dizziness, some general fatigue, the typical symptoms like anyone would, retaining a little bit of fluid, And so I've been really needing to be checked out. And thankfully, after several hoops I've jumped through, with the COVID stopping me those couple of times, I'm actually going in tomorrow to have a full cardiac workup, as far as starting the day off with blood work, x-ray, EKG, echocardiogram, going in to see the doctor, kind of getting their recommendations, getting to have a really good sit down, one like I haven't actually been able to have because of the COVID quarantine thing. Haven't actually had a really good, what I felt like at least was a really good sit down visit with my team in a while. So I'm looking forward to that. At the end of the day, it just so happens on the same day, I'll be having a EGD. I forget exactly what all that stands for, but an endoscopy. They're running a tube down my throat to take a look at the kind of follow-up issues with my liver. Many of you remember I've got cirrhosis of the liver caused by the medications. Particularly Prograf is one of the guilty parties in that, but been dealing with that for a couple of years, and it hasn't progressed. It hadn't really gotten any worse. It's considered mild to moderate, but I have to have regular checkups for that. So they do sonograms of the belly. Usually it's not time for that, and then they do the EGDs where they go down and take a look at things that way, and just to make sure that things haven't gotten any worse. And my understanding is that's a really good way to take a look at that. So tomorrow's going to be a full day, basically 7 a.m. to probably 7 p.m. I'll be involved in a lot of testing, and as I find out some results of that, if there are any real results to share, I'll share those with you. But, I don't feel terrible. I'm just like many of you. I've got those up days and down days, which I've always known would occur and expect, but a little bit more down than up lately. So hopefully I'll get some results and see what that's all about. But just let me thank you all, those of you who are subscribed to this channel, those of you who watch regularly, who encourage me like you do. Thank you so much for that. I hope you'll continue to be a part of the Transplant Helper community over the coming, days, years, and months, or months and years, however that is. As long as we go, hope you'll be with me and continue to be a big part of that. I know you're doing your part. I know you're encouraging other people, and you're helping many people. And so I hope to continue to do the same. There's another large truck. It's a log truck. Today's a busy day for that. Anyway, thank you so much, folks. I really appreciate each of you, and I hope that you'll be watching and listening via podcast to our new series, My Story, My Words. Thanks. Have a great day, and stay stronger, friends.